Have you ever wondered what would happen to a pride of lions if nature's rules were turned upside down? Imagine a scenario where the strongest, most majestic male lions are kept separate from the females. Perhaps they're forced out, or maybe they just lose interest in a system that feels rigged. Instead, mating is only allowed between the weakest females and the most submissive, compliant males. Now, picture the most intelligent, beautiful, and capable lionesses. In this bizarre experiment, they are pushed to the fringes, labeled as difficult and prevented from passing on their strong genes. The pride's social structure isn't guided by strength or wisdom anymore, but by external forces like coercion, maybe through control over food or territory. What would be the result? With each new generation, the pride's genetic potential would spiral downwards. The males would become weaker, less assertive, and their fertility would decline. The females would lose their powerful maternal instincts, becoming anxious, overly aggressive, or even sterile. This pride, once the apex predator, would become completely dependent. They'd need a human zookeeper, a fence for protection, and a daily delivery of food just to survive. They would transform from a symbol of wild power into a mere decorative animal, a shadow of their former selves. Eventually, this population would simply die out, unable to adapt, unable to hunt, unable to live as lions were meant to live. This whole setup is a complete violation of natural law. An experiment like this could only be sustained through constant, heavy external interference providing security, food, and maybe even artificial reproductive technologies. On its own, such a system has no future. It is fundamentally unsustainable because it fights against the very essence of life and strength. It's a dead end. Now, let's bring this analogy closer to home. Does this scenario sound strangely familiar? What if I told you that what we've just described is not just a hypothetical experiment with lions, but a real process that may already be unfolding within human society? Think about it. We're seeing a trend where many of the strongest men, those who are intelligent, honest, and spiritually grounded, are choosing to withdraw. They look at the current social landscape and ask, why should I play a game that's rigged from the start? They see a system that doesn't reward integrity or true strength, so they step back. Simultaneously, women of great depth, wisdom, and genuine beauty are often isolated. They get labeled as intimidating, too independent, or difficult. They don't fit into the neat, easily marketable boxes that modern culture promotes. Instead, the prevailing powers, media, culture, and social trends often push forward a very different ideal. They champion an image of womanhood that is more about superficiality, obedience, and being easily controlled. It's an image that's loud but lacks depth, and what guides reproduction in this new landscape. It's often not a conscious desire for creating strong, healthy, and wise future generations. Instead, it's driven by social pressures, economic incentives, and ideologies that prioritize control and conformity over genuine human flourishing. The sacred act of creating a family becomes just another part of a system designed for management, not for excellence. The result of this societal shift is becoming increasingly clear. Substance is being replaced by appearance. True intelligence is overshadowed by shallow cleverness. We see a generation of children who can be weak or not, just physically, but morally, emotionally, and intellectually. The vital spark, the spirit that drives humanity forward, begins to fade. In this scenario, our pride, be it our nation, our civilization, or our family line, risks dying a slow death inside a golden cage. We are comfortable, entertained, and provided for, but we are losing the very essence of what makes us strong, resilient, and truly human. We trade our potential for progress, for the illusion of safety and convenience. This process has a name in biology. It's called degenerative selection. It's the opposite of Darwin's survival of the fittest. In degenerative selection, it's not the most adaptive, worthy, and capable individuals who get to pass on their genes. Instead, it's the most convenient, the most compliant, and the most easily managed who reproduce. This biological principle has devastating consequences. It leads to shorter lifespans, a rise in genetic diseases, and a loss of the fundamental reproductive instinct itself. We also see a dramatic increase in psychological disorders as people become disconnected from their own nature. Ultimately, it signals the end of a bloodline. True, healthy evolution isn't just about the survival of the physically strong. It's a delicate balance. It requires the selection of the strong, yes, but it also demands a deep reverence for the wise. It's the combination of strength and wisdom that allows a species, or a civilization, to thrive and reach new heights. But when both strength and wisdom are replaced by obedient and convenient, it marks the beginning of the end. This decline is often cleverly disguised as social progress, as a new form of enlightenment. But beneath the surface, it's a path toward extinction. The truth is, the nature doesn't show mercy when its fundamental laws are distorted. There is no pity for the deliberate weakening of a species. It's a stark and powerful reality. If humanity does not find its way back to a form of natural selection guided by inner spirit, honor, genuine strength, and a willingness to sacrifice for the greater good, the outcome is inevitable. We risk being replaced either by another, more vital group, or by the silence of nothing at all. This isn't about turning back the clock or rejecting progress. It's about recognizing that true progress cannot be achieved by waging war against our own nature. It's a call to look at the world around us and within ourselves and to ask if the path we are on is one that leads to a stronger, wiser, and more vibrant future, or one that leads to a beautifully decorated cage. The choice, for now, is still ours. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If this message resonated with you, please consider liking the video, sharing it with someone who might need to hear it, and subscribing to the channel for more content that challenges the way we see the world. I'd love to read your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay strong and stay thoughtful.